We got five. What's up, everybody? How's the audio? I've got some trucks running next to me, and I don't know how it sounds. I don't know if it's too much. What's going on, Richard? Audio's good. Good deal. Good deal. Let some more people come in here, and I might talk for a little bit. It's been a week. What a week! I haven't had, I haven't had this kind of week ever in driving a truck ever in the transportation industry at all. This car hauling stuff is busy. It's so busy. And I know I've talked before about, this isn't a job for the lazy and all that. This stuff makes freight seem simple. So simple. Good or bad? Cars, it depends. While I'm doing it, bad. I hate it. I'm out there, I'm mad at everything. There's so much that goes wrong all the time. Cars not starting, cars not wanting to move, stuff getting stuck. Um, Stuff in your way. It seems like every car you pick up or move, it doesn't matter what order you put them in. Even when you deliver the first one off the back, you still got to move the other two off the top to equalize the weight. And I can see what people are talking about with the fifth wheel now. Now that I've got some runs under my belt, and full loads with not just cars. A lot of trucks. I've hauled several vans, like the express vans and stuff like that, and it gets pretty wobbly. Really wobbly, like not fun wobbly, like taking turns way slower than I normally would have. And I used to haul piggyback chassis on a flatbed. I think cars would be good for living Southern West Virginia. Yeah, I think cars are good almost anywhere. There's so many more places that I pick up from now that just you really, I'm using the map a lot more now. I thought I knew this country pretty well. I don't know anything about it, honestly, not aside from where I live and some regional places that I know pretty good. I mean, you're picking up from like no name towns and stuff like that, like a lot of these auctions and stuff. Um, you really have to check your map a ton. I've actually thought that certain things weren't you. I've I've planned poorly a couple of times because I'll basically just go by air miles and stuff like that, and it's just not the case. It's not the case with all these county roads and crap and hitting. I hit detours last night that screwed me up. I probably lost like 5 hours just in poor trip planning, which is my own fault. But you're going to places that you don't go to a lot, or I am anyway. Been off the interstate a lot. What's up, Brad? Good or bad? Central Dispatch, good. That's all I'm using right now, and it's keeping me busy, plenty busy. What's up, Gary? We got more people. All right, so the video, I can see why a lot of these car hauling guys don't post many videos, and it's because you don't have time to. You're always doing something, and or you run into what I ran into this week. What happened Monday? It rained on me all day. Loading, unloading, rain. Tuesday, snow in Wisconsin, snowed on me all day, rained on me at the end of the day when I came back into Illinois. Wednesday, rain. Yesterday, rain. Today was actually the first good day. Um, but I was behind all day because, like I said, it's all the little mistakes through the week kind of piled up to today, and didn't even have time. Never even had time to do anything with a video. It's hectic, but it's nice. And with the who asked if it was good or bad, Richard Ford, yeah, it's bad when it happens, but then in between it's good because you the days fly by. You always need more hours. You need a ton more hours in a day. Um, but it's nice because it's so busy. A week will fly by real fast, and how many cars you can do, in a week will fly by real quick too. But it stacks up and it's constant, and that's like Hot Shot Dave said. He was so right when he said this is the partial game on steroids. This is nuts. I didn't imagine that it would be this crazy, but it is, and it's crazy in a very active, fast paced, busy way. It's not great. Was with freight lining up partials, that's a lot of strategy. It's a lot of time, a lot of phone calls. But you can manipulate some of that because with the cars, I mean, you're loading, you're basically your own loader. So that's pretty sweet. I do like that about that. You can take your time or you can hurry up. Um, so, but with the freight game, you're kind of just, subject to how busy they are that day or how quick they feel like loading you. So the freight to cars comparison will probably come up pretty soon. I want to do a few more weeks just to kind of get a pretty good average on that. But it's very interesting how different it is because I literally feel like I'm in real time learning a totally new business, which is stressful and exciting and frustrating and complicated and all that all in once. But I'm actually enjoying it quite a bit. In rain gear, yeah, and a jump box, yeah, no joke. I had to use a dealership's jump box 7 separate times the other day. I had jumper cables, but it died on my trailer. So yeah, jump box. That's definitely this weekend. This weekend I'll have a jump box because that was stupid. Because I was in a parking lot. It snowed. That was the one where it was snowing like crazy. I had to clear my ramps off like 5 different times because it just kept getting packed with snow because I could never do anything because this vehicle kept dying and it was just ridiculous. That was an awful, awful, awful day. But it all lined up pretty good. I got a guy pulling in. Um, so yeah, jump box, very important. Another thing is possibly a small, like little 2 gallon fuel can. Not a bad idea. Um, but as far as that goes, like the equipment you need to do this is nothing compared to all the equipment you need to run just general freight setup. Period. It's actually I'm enjoying it. The contrast between the two is so big. It's more than I imagined as far as how different these two worlds are. There's really no comparison. Even the way you book loads, it's so easy. It's literally like you call and they're like, pretty much, do you want it? What's your company name? Okay, we'll send it to you. And it's like, really, that's it? And then you get a check or cash or they'll line up an ACH depending on who you're set up with. But it's really quick. And negotiation. I got a little bit of negotiation this week too. So that's also possible. We go up and let's see, start reading some questions here. And if I do keep this, I'm going to try to make sure that I actually read these out loud because I know that the lives if you replay them they suck so bad because no I'm just basically answering questions and nobody knows what the question was. Napa for the jump box, yeah, I've heard AutoZone too. Really, I want a box store auto box or jump box because if it screws up, I want to be able to take it back and I don't want to have to ship it and deal with all that. And I want it to be in a place that's covered through pretty much most of the states because if it screws up, I want it replaced that that day, like that minute. How much do I set aside for IFTA and IRP? I don't really say it changes every quarter. Well, the IFTA does. I don't really set aside much for IFTA because I try to keep I fuel in every state I drive in, so I typically don't owe much at all. Sometimes I get a refund, so it's very minimal. I think the most I've never paid over $100 for IFTA filing. And IRP, I I'll get a better gauge of that next year because with this year just setting up the new company, I had to run off of a base schedule, but that was 900 $900. So if that's worst case scenario, then set that aside. But it wasn't terrible. But that's for Kentucky too. I don't know where you live. Um, who was that, Michael? I don't know where you live, so it'll be different where you are. We think about pulling in New York City, Long Island, New Jersey, Connecticut. You can have it. I don't want it. I couldn't imagine it. But I mean, rates for short runs pay good. Uh, I just don't know about the not being able to go anywhere because, like I said, I'm out here in the Midwest. I don't have enough time to get where I need to go, so I don't know about that. Fuel comparison. That's a good question. Worse. Worse doing this because all your loads are above your truck by default, because that's where the floor of the trailer or the top of the trailer is flush with that. So anything is hanging, above your windbreak. So my MPGs drop by, I'd say on an average by about 2. I'm getting about 8.5 to 9 now instead of 10, or the I was getting like 9 to 11 range. Now I'd say, a nine is a good day. 9 to 10 would be on the upper end if I don't have anything up front. Still having to deal with brokers. Some brokers, it's about a 50-50 between brokers and direct customers, like the car lot or the dealership. They're the ones that mostly post on there. Some of them are brokerages. So I'm going to sell the flatbed. I'm not sure yet, but if this keeps going, I probably will. I want to see what the line on this looks like through the winter. I know what freight looks like in the winter. I want to see what cars look like in the winter. That'll be my decision on which one I commit to full blown. Hey, Robert. Income compared to LTL. Uh, it's about the same, but the potential, I think, is easier to go higher. It just depends on how hard you're willing, and it depends on how fast you are. I'm actually losing a little bit of income right now because I'm not quick. Like some of these guys, seeing some of these guys load at car auctions it's insane. They are fast. I mean, it's like usually wherever I go, I'm like the biggest guy there. I mean, you don't see a lot of like heavier guys doing this stuff. I mean, these dudes are flying. And I'll get there though. I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna figure this out. That's my biggest goal. Let's see, Snap-on mini bot. I can't buy all that stuff you buy, Brad. Hasn't let you down yet. See, I might talk to you, but I might let you get me one. You can put me on a payment plan for that Snap-on stuff. Snow chains required. Yeah, that's in the western states they are. But like I said, I actually answered somebody that the other day. Which chains to buy? I said whichever ones come with a sturdy bag to stay in forever. Don't run chains. That's all you're going to do is shred your tires up, and you're going to buy tires too to go. The 5 miles in 3 hours. You can't even go highway speed on those. You don't want to do that. I've done this 11 years and I've never put chains on my truck ever. I just shut down. I shut down at the lights. Sure you say hi, Cheney. Hi, Miss Cheney. uh, what's the deal, Fritz? Nothing much. Finally got a break. I've been running through my butt for the last 4 days straight. Oh, got a boat. You're talking to Robert. You're talking about power only, aren't you? How many miles have I walked to the auctions? I haven't had to go far. Odessa, I've noticed, it seems like they've got the furthest walk. And that's not true. I guess Manheim. Yeah, you walk pretty good. But I've only done singles. I've only picked up one car at each one. I'm gonna drop off 2 tomorrow at one. But yeah, those guys that haul like 7, 10 cars, they usually use those services. But I have seen people running through the auctions like to go get their cars. It's nuts. It's like it's completely different than the freight game. It's so cool. And it's cool to be able to experience that. Like I said, I've always been interested in this, but I've never had the opportunity, I don't guess, to really dive in. And it wasn't what I was doing at the time, so it's kind of, you don't really pay attention to it, because you're not in it. You can watch videos and see it, but to actually be doing it, it's pretty wild. I like it though. Now, hey, Ratman, I'm gonna I'll look those up. Yeah, I'll probably be getting my comfy Terry shoes. I'll be getting those this weekend too with a jump. I'll be getting Terry shoes and a jump box this weekend. That's a must. Wintertime cars go south. Where'd that go? Texas, Georgia, Alabama. Yeah, I've noticed a lot. I've noticed a lot of cars in Georgia stay in Georgia. That's what I've noticed right now. Right now in the fall, anyway. Kaufman Easy 4. I don't know if I would buy a. I don't know if I'd want to mess with all those hydraulics just for one more car. Honestly, that's what I think about that. Like in the car scene, Fritz. Yeah, I am. I'm very intrigued by all this. It's interesting. I just want to do better the next day. Is to see if the weather would leave me alone, I'd be so happy. It'd be so cool to load and unload a car and not get soaked while I'm doing it. I think I hire a dispatcher, keep doing it. For the cars, it's that dispatch just isn't necessary. Like I said, you just really need to know states, mileage, and towns. Really, you just need access to them. Because you can get so creative with a dispatcher that would kind of set you with what you're doing. Whereas if you're doing this on your own, you can manipulate a lot of things. You can turn a lot of things around. I actually had an address change for me from Cincinnati to north of Indianapolis. I mean, it was like a severe address change. The rate didn't change, which was sweet, and it cut it by about 100 miles, but paid the same. So, um, but I had to manipulate what I was doing because now everything I had on the trailer was in the wrong order because now that car that was going to be last off was going to be first. And so I had to switch all that up, call everybody, change time schedules. But now it gave me the opportunity to split two ways, and I had two different directions to go because I was going to Louisville and then Cincinnati. But then if I was going, and it was all out of Illinois, and and it was Central Illinois. But now if I'm going to Indy and then I've got Louisville, now I can just kind of pick. I could really play with which way I want, where I wanted to hit first. I could hit Indianapolis first, or I could hit Louisville first, and then go directions from there. Whatever the next loads would have been, would dictate that. And it's pretty cool that you have that ability, and that's what you don't have with freight. When the loads are on your trailer, that's where they're at. With the cars and trucks and SUV, you can move them around. You can change everything. It's pretty sweet. I like that about that. I'll call you, Brad. I'll get a hold of you later for those jump boxes, or just one of. I just need one. I need one that works and they can charge up in their truck. Go to the auctions. Do you see a lot of one? Yeah, I do. I see. Okay, when I go to the auctions, the most or not so much the auctions. It's really the like not the big car auctions like would be lease returns and stuff like that. It's like the Copart auctions and stuff like that with the like the salvage stuff. The things I see there the most are not what I have, not at all. And you don't see many big trucks there either. It's the little 2-car trailers or roll offs with a dolly too, so they can pack 3 around that way. But yeah, and then there's even one place. I forgot where it was, but I called about that. But they don't even allow trucks. They only allow roll offs and tow trucks. That's it. That's all they allow there, which is strange. But like I said, that's new to me. So um, you have to go inside the auction to get your cars. They bring it to the gate for you. No, you have to go in. You have to go get them. You can pay. There are putting around. They'll have vests on. You can pay them. I don't know what the rate is, but I've heard it's like $5-7 a car. They'll go get them all for you and have you call in advance, and they'll have them all waiting there for you, which is nice, especially for those guys that are picking up like 7 cars and stuff. That's crazy. Um, Mannheim, yeah, 3 hours. Had to find, yeah. I went to an auction where they had to move that. My car was like 4 deep in a row where they had to move the first 4, and of course, one wouldn't start. Like I said, it's like every car, every time, every day I've had this week, something's gone wrong, and but I'm still making my like. I mean, it's really good. It's just it turns your days. It makes for a long day. But you learn all along the way. You'll learn places to avoid, and you'll learn a better way to do what got you hung. It's pretty sweet. What area am I running? I'm Midwest right now. One thing you have to be careful with is going to, and if it's for carbs coming out. Oh, I don't know what that means. I think you misspelled a few things, Joseph. I don't know if elections are messing with the car world. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that's really impacting right now. I know people could probably use it as an excuse, like shippers and brokers and stuff like that. Like it seemed like they did, earlier this year, where they're always talking about, oh, rates are low, but yeah, whatever. Right. I didn't see any rates on anything else change. Nothing. It didn't cost less to mail a letter. It didn't cost less to ship anything on, through UPS or FedEx or whatever. Maybe I'm just stupid. Right. How much do you average a day with cars? It depends on it depends on there's a severe tipping point on mileage with this stuff. To where you want, if you can haul three cars, of course $1 a mile a piece would be awesome, because that's $3 a mile if it's all coming from and going to the same place or in a row. Um, but I would say, for I've been doing like eight eight to 1,000, but I'm only running like 400 miles a day. But that's just this week. Everything is the same. But like I said, I've been impacted by so much with weather and all that. But it's been pretty good. Like I'm doing better than I thought I would, but I know I can do even better than that. So it's getting pretty interesting. It's a battle with myself, and all in the while still learning all this too. So it's pretty cool. Still load and unload at night, run nights for less traffic. I did do that. I've been running a lot of night. Well, my days have actually been going up to like 10, 11 o'clock at night, just to get further, because so much happens. It's crazy how long it takes sometimes to only go like 180 miles. It's stupid. Like, I mean, half your day. It's serious. Um, but as far as picking up and dropping, I've dropped off several at night. I haven't picked up any at night, but like some of these auctions are 24 hours, so you just have to ask, but don't bank on it, and don't bank on Saturday. I actually I lost. I had to give a load back because they couldn't deliver on Saturday. But most do. It's pretty. It's a lot different. Like the time frames, like this is way different than freight. Way different. There's nothing similar, other than the truck you're in. It's totally different. It's pretty cool. But it blows my mind how this is really two different worlds. And it also blows my mind how many people on there out on YouTube have a freight versus cars video, and they haven't actually done both. I won't say any names. Okay. We were running freight. Did you use only load board? Yeah. Yeah. This is all load board stuff. How much did insurance go up? My insurance to add, okay, to add autos to my freight policy, it went up 300. No, it went up $500 to add, or to change my MC to a car hauler, which I'm probably going to do. I haven't pulled the trigger on that yet, because I have a flat deck trailer. I have a 3-car wedge on my insurance policy. So I'm not strictly, and I've done a lot more, flatbed freight than I have cars, but um, it will come to the point to where I'm going to have to switch to car hauler if that's what I'm going to continue to do. And that's going to up my premium 3,200 a year. So My insurance premium is going to go from about 83 to 11.5 for switching to a car hauler. But I've got a lot more insurance coverage now, and that's what all that includes. Um, I've got what 2 million now coverage. Well, 1 million general, 1 million auto, 150 cargo. Everything is just increased. But I'm not having any issues booking loads either, and I'm sure not having issue. Yeah, did they hit you with the 90-day crap? No. There's been 2 places that won't let me pull, but um, one of them is 90 days on Central, and I think it was 18 positive ratings because Central has it was like the old, like eBay. It's got a little number after your name, and that's how many positive feedback from loads that you've gotten. And they required 90 days on Central and 18 positive. And then I went with another one too that wanted they actually requested that your MCH was 180 days. So, but that's only 2. Um, so yeah, other than that, it's been pretty easy. It's simple to book too. I mean, it's really easy to book on the fly, even to set up with sometimes you don't even have to set up with these people because you're already set up on Central. They just go to Central for all your info. You've already uploaded all your stuff. So you don't have to, any new person you deal, or not any of them, but most new people you deal with, you just call, get your load, and you don't have to fill out a 14-page carrier packet for every single one of these places. You don't have to do all that. It's pretty sweet. Um, yeah, Fritz. Yeah, I think Kentucky's a good state to be insured in. That's for sure. That's from what I've seen in other places. I've had to use the new hours of service splits yet. No, I haven't. Freight. Did I only use one board? I ran DAT and load board or truck stop for a while, and I just noticed that DAT was mainly a repeat of what load board already had. There are some loads that were specific to DAT, but it wasn't enough it wasn't worth $100 a month. Not to me anyway. Do you need a CDL to haul cars? No, but it depends on how much you're going to haul. That all that ties into weight, and same thing as a regular hot shot. It's just based on weight. If you're going to be over 26K, then yeah. Yeah, I need to put that other trailer to work. I need to I need to do that or sell it. Presidential debate. Oh yeah, the debate's tonight, didn't it? Oh man, it might have been a bad time to come on. I might. I'm not gonna watch it. I might listen to it on the radio though. Um, I don't know. I've got a lot to do tonight. I shouldn't even be on here right now, but I don't know. I just felt like I wanted to talk. Try Super Dispatch. Yeah, I've looked at them. I'm actually with a company that requires me to use their app, and they didn't require me to sign on with their load board, which is pretty sweet. What's up, Gus? Truck been doing? I don't know. There's still a vibration. It's not as noticeable as it was before I took it in, but I'm basically to the point to where I'm at 49.5 right now, so I just don't even care really. Enterprise really, really, really upset me this week, so that might be for another day. Um, yeah, we're not agreeing on stuff right now, but I'll just let anybody know. Anybody that's been signed on, since they didn't let me know, and they probably won't let you know either, you'll just have it happen. Uh, your insurance is no longer 250 a month for the comprehensive on the truck. It's 350 now. And since they wanted to just slam that on me mid contract, I'll go ahead and let all you know too. It's anybody that has signed on to Enterprise after January 1st, 2020. So there y'all go. I'll let you know since they won't. You got got a Duramax. There's not many people running Chevys out here, bro. It's crazy. Inspect each car and truck, document damage on a company form. I do. And it's not a bad idea to do it. And some of the apps that you have to use for some of these places, it's already on there, but you definitely want to get your own and print that off, get that going just like that. And you want to be thorough with these cars, like the ones you pick up that are wrecked and stuff like that. I mean, it's the glass is busted out and the door's taped shut and the hood, there's plastic all over it. I'm not going to sit there and mark the 7,000 scratches and dents and pieces of rust that are on it, and every single chip in the windshield of a shattered windshield, but yeah, for all the other cars, you definitely want to do it, which is really hard. Once again, in the rain when the car's soaked, it's just beat it up with water. That's just awesome. I love it. It's so great. Anyway, um, but yeah, inspection sheets. Some of it is on an app, and it just depends on where you go. But the cool thing about this that I've noticed is that you don't roll around with a ton of paperwork. Like most of the BOLs from all this stuff is electronic, which is sweet. And the cops will even ask for that. So that's a totally different than what I'm used to with freight stuff. You're usually packing around multiple copies of the same shipment order and stuff like that. And it's not like that with this. It's pretty cool. A lot less paperwork to mess with, but a lot of pictures. You're gonna fill your phone up fast taking pictures of all the stuff wrong with each one of these cars, especially hauling 3 at a time. You want at least 4 of each one as far as the outside goes. Hey Tim, truck will be fine. 2018 hit 187. It might take me up to that if they don't get another truck, which I guess I don't know. They act like Ford quit making them or something like that, but whatever. Like I said, I'm not very happy with Enterprise today. Upgrading trucks or going to a semi trailer like Dave did. I don't want to deal with semis again. Um, if in the far future, I could necessitate some of that, it won't be me drive. I'm not dealing with it. And it's not the driving it. It's just the paying for everything on it. I don't know. They're just I'm done with semis. So done with that. The capacity's nice, but the expense is great. So you're gonna have to. I wouldn't want to pull that trigger unless I had guaranteed money every single month, at least some. Let's see. Rabbit's Ford vibrated. Yep. I don't know what it is. It doesn't feel like something's wrong. It's really annoying. Um, it's not what Toe Piglet has going on. I don't know if anybody's seen that video, but oh, have a winch on your trailer. Yes, there is a winch on here. It's a 9K. It wasn't like properly set up for a winch. It doesn't have the rollers in the center, and it doesn't have a track for like trailers and stuff like that. But it does have a winch. I haven't had to use it yet, but it's there. Yeah. Wait for the party. Nah, this is 34 minutes. I'm not gonna stay on here crazy. Well, I guess I'll probably jump off here. I might listen to the debate. We'll see. I'll let you guys. I don't want to tie anybody. Not like everybody's gonna watch me instead of the debate. But still, Dave, have a nice new Ram for sale soon. Get out of the Enterprise rental. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna be looking for something. I do believe. I don't really like getting backdoored with stuff. I'll be back. Why'd you go with a 3 car versus 5 car? Because I'm not going to stress this truck out. I've only got and like I said, the way to make this uh very profitable is to do more with less. You figure out how to do that, and I'm not gonna sit here and tell. I'm discovering what I'm trying to discover right now, but that's the goal. You do more with less. You don't try to do more with more because more is expensive. The second more, that's expensive. It all you're not just adding two cars. Okay. You're having to change so much and everything factors in with that. Your possibility of breakdown, the cost of the vehicle, the cost of the trailer, the cost of fuel, everything becomes another factor. And those are static. When you get the multiple, and it's hard enough to do three cars. I couldn't imagine trying to do five, but when you start, the thing is that when you find these singles, they pay more than all these multiples. Okay, so I could find three cars coming out of somewhere that are going to one place, and they're each individual pickups, each individual drops, or maybe one's like at the same place. Those will pay way better than picking up one place, three cars, going to another place and dropping off all three. And I mean, tons more. So the like I said, the more isn't always better. It sounds good. That's why I'm in this pickup truck right now. I got out of a semi truck. It's just it you have to have it before you buy it. Okay. You've got to have the money. Uh you've got to have the income lined up. You can't just hope for the best. It doesn't work that way. It'd be nice if it did, but life just don't happen that way. It don't to me anyway. But yeah, just you have to learn how to do more with less, and I'll just kind of leave it at there for that. Um, can't make money with three. You're not going to make it. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Golden goose car. That's good, AZ. Um, older semis be more affordable. No, because you're going to end up buying it again part by part. You just if you haven't had one, you just don't realize how just the abuse one gets going down these highways, especially up here in Indiana and Illinois, Michigan, anywhere in the Midwest. It's just roads suck. They're terrible. But I mean, even other places too. The roads, I mean, they just don't make anything that's going to stand up to these highways. Yeah, well, it's kind of a convenience too. It's so much easier to pick up three places, three vehicles in one spot and drop them all off. That's easy. So yeah, you're gonna pay for that by a discount in the bill. Uh, so so yeah, that's just wanted to pop in and say hey and kind of let y'all know this week sucked. This precipitation all the time is just staying drenched. It sucks, but like I said, I mean, I haven't smiled this much about this industry in a long time because it's so interesting, and I'm finally learning something else because when you do the same thing for so long, it's just, I mean, anything just becomes mundane, and this is all new to me, which is cool because I've been in this industry for a long time, but this is a totally different game, and like I said before, it's crazy how different the two worlds are. It really is. It's that's hopping from one to the other isn't as easy as it sounds, and I'll let you know that right now. And I knew what I was doing. As far as the freight goes, is this is totally different. I'm still fighting with my straps and stuff. The over the tire, the 3-point straps they're getting hung on everything all the time. I'm starting to figure out, but I know I look stupid out there sometimes. But that's fine. I would rather look stupid and like what I'm doing than to just be miserable. And it's I don't know. I just the freight stuff was just really is getting old. So cars don't pay most of the time. Yeah, that's where it's like I said, Brits. There's a very definite tipping point in mileage to what it pays. So I try to keep that up. I took off the trailer. I actually rolled my ankle hard the other day because I stepped down from like where the back axle was right onto like a chunk of the asphalt that was all loose. You know, it was like a bunch of potholes and stuff there, right on my back. That was awesome. But yeah, I don't want to fall off the top. That would really suck. Yeah, thanks, Charles. Appreciate it, man. See you, Brad. Man, thanks, GSS. Yeah, you keep texting or keep talking to me on Instagram. It's interesting what you're getting into. Bring yourself in debt or getting so upside down things you don't know which way is up. Yeah, yeah, that does feel pretty good, Robert. Maybe I should look for an investor or something, or I'll just afford what I can buy or buy what I can afford. So anyway, I'll jump off here, guys. I appreciate y'all jumping in. There are videos. Oh yeah, before I take off, there are some videos in the pipe here that as far as like up here right now anyway. But I did not forget about the 5K, the 5K subscribers, and what I've decided that I'm gonna do is I have gone through all my older videos all the way up until just a little after the point that I leased on with TP and got, you know, a ton of exposure for that. So, you know, it started to really bring in the subs and stuff like that. But what I want to do for this 5K is I already have them. I've got 5 people that have been active. They've been subscribed for a while, but they're active, the most active on my videos by far, more than anybody else. I'm going to pick those guys, and they're going to get a shirt. They're going to get a hat. I'm getting shirts and hats made. I'm getting a few other things on the way. Um, Mainly for myself. I'm gonna get some shirts made for myself. But if you guys if you guys want some merch or whatever, just let me know because I'm putting an order in. It's very local. I can do small quantity orders, so a hat isn't going to be $40 like some of these guys, you know, and a shirt's not going to be $25. You know, it's going to be pretty sweet. But um, yeah, I've picked 5 for the 5K, and they're gonna get contacted by me, and we'll figure that out. We'll figure that out. It's gonna be give me this way. I've got a lot of stuff to do this weekend. I'm gonna make that part of it, but I did not forget about the 5K. I didn't want anybody to think that I did forget about that. But let's see. That's it. That's it. I'll end this on that. So hang out. Can you hang out your truck and back it up to your trailer? Oh, yeah, I could, but I don't. So I use my feet. I walk to the back because I'm not paralyzed. It'd be better to start car hauling instead of freight. Let's start. Well, it's more expensive to start car hauling than freight, and that's not equipment wise in insurance requirements. And it is a it's a lot more liability because I mean, when you're taking a bundle of steel, if you accidentally scuff it or what, nobody cares. When you're hauling 3 vehicles that are worth, you know, 20, 40, $60,000 each, and you nick one of those for and you're taking it somewhere for $350. I mean, just there's a lot of liability into it. But it's nothing like freight. So could I say you need to do freight first before you do? No, I'm not saying that at all. It's 2 totally different worlds. Yeah, trees. I used to smack stuff all the time. But like I said, I drive this thing like I don't know what I'm doing sometimes. It's so slow. And I'm looking at everything because this is so different. It really is. It's so different. It's super crazy, super crazy. But should you do one before the other? No. Um, there's just that I think it's a little pricier on the static expense side of things to do cars first. And that's really it. And, you know, you're going to spend more on equipment initially on a flatbed, but after that, it's more expensive to run cars. How many ELDs? I don't know. I've only got one, so I don't know. I guess if you bought enough splitters, you could probably throw a few in here. That'd be interesting to look at. Making it home daily. No, I'm not. Well, I was, and I wanted to jump out and see what a week would look like. But I am trying. Okay, what I'm trying to do right now, I'm trying to establish freight lane, and I have to run in them to figure it out. And I'm not opposed. I'm going home this weekend. You know, I'll go from staying out 2-3 weeks at a time or 10 days or whatever. I'll take that from being home every weekend and a couple of times during the week, passing the house. You know, that's what I say. I want to get into the lane. I want to make the OTR money, but I'm done doing OTR stuff. So that's what I'm trying to counter there, and I'm trying to find that balance. So um, that's what I'm looking at right now. I'm going to all these places and I'm figuring out and I'm keeping a little back look of places I'm not going to again and places that I definitely want to go to again. So it'll be I can't, put all that together in a week or even 2 or 3 weeks. It's like I said, I need to see seasons and that's what, winter's coming up and it's the one that I'm most concerned about because it is the one that sucks the worst for freight. And I want to see cars. I haven't ran Texas, dude. I have not been in Texas freight or I can't even remember last time I was in Texas. It was probably like May. I don't know. So I'm like I said, I'm trying to kind of cut the lanes around the house. So, the Missouri, the Midwest and, upper South. I don't even really like going down deep South, like Florida. And so it's almost too far from the house and there's no real direct way back, like Savannah, Georgia. I don't like going there. There's good freight coming out of there all the time, but I just don't like going there because it puts me in places I don't want to go. So it's, preference starts piling on to some of the decisions you start making once you've done this for a while. But it can't be everything. You can't run based on preference. You still do have to chase money, but you know, you can start to find out where that's going to happen and where it's not. That's good, Robert. Yeah, I do too, and it's something to think about, man. And you can actually go on the website for most of these places and find out when their auction days are, and that will be a good day. And the next day to look on the load board to see cars moving, because when you look the day before they have an auction from that location, it's like, how do people make money hauling? Because there's nothing there; it's already been hauled off. So it'll go from being dead to exploding the next day just because an auction happened. It's pretty wild. Like, and that takes time to see. You have to see that. You can't anticipate it, and you can't give up on it either. You can't just pull up like a city and you see that there's nothing there that day going anywhere. And it's like, well, that place sucks. No, it's the wrong day to be looking. So it's pretty cool. Like I said, totally, totally different. What's up, Jay? What loads look like going out of Chicago? It depends on where you go. Chicago's a good place to head northwest, or not northwest, but like northern Midwest, like Minnesota, Iowa, Michigan isn't the northwest, but yeah, Wisconsin, Minnesota. There's like there's super definite freight lanes of where places or where certain loads do and don't go, and it's pretty wild to see that. Yeah, Rob. Yeah, that's with any part, freight, cars, power only, like you do. It's like, yeah, if you want to stay out here for a while, I mean, yeah, just chase the dollar sign. You have to be smart about it. Um, but you, a lot of guys will do really, really good for a long time, and that's what everybody talks about. Oh, you want to hire the single guys? No, you don't, because when they get a girlfriend, guess where they're going all the time now. It never fails. It always, always, always happens. You can get out here and kill it for 8 months, and then you start talking to someone, then it goes away. You lose all the traction you gain because now you want to be at the house. And this industry does not mix well with that. formula. You have to, like I said, as I've talked about that 50 times now, you've got to find the balance. And that takes time, and it takes trial and error. And you're going to lose money finding that. You are going to lose money. That's the solution to running at a loss or being in the red is not to add more problems to it. Okay. It's to cut away what the problem is. And that's where you cannot jump into this to make yourself money because you're hurting financially. That ain't gonna happen. This this money will suck you dry. Dead honest. It will suck you dry. And the way to get out sure isn't to go borrow umpteen hundreds of thousands of dollars and bury yourself into something that is sinking, that now you can't even walk away from once it does sink. Don't do that. Do not come into this with everything financed and not a dollar left to your name. Don't do it. Do not do it. So with that said, guys, I'll jump off here. But yeah, like I said, okay. So I want to cover that, what was going on with the videos, or the lack of, and then what the car hauling's been like, which is it's really neat. I love it. I'm smiling like a kid. It's stupid. Um, I'm not gonna go further detail right now on the enterprise issue, but and then the 5K. Didn't forget about you guys. So we'll jump off that. We'll see you guys later.